Okay, so I think we're all set. Thank you, Nancy, for joining us. And we appreciate you not only taking part in our first ever online art exhibition, but for joining us today. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me. And I'd like to bring you greetings from the East Coast of Canada, from Shediac, New Brunswick presently. I live in Fredericton and I'm here at the cottage. So hello to everyone from the East Coast.
And I think we're all officially now jealous and wishing that we were at a cottage on the East Coast as well. But thank you for taking some time away to join us. And we'll get things started. And we were very excited to be able to host our first ever online art exhibition for the Parkinson community, for people living with Parkinson's, their care partners, and their immediate family. So we'll start off by asking you something that we asked all of our artists, just to tell us a little bit about your connection to Parkinson's.
I'm living with Parkinson's. I've had Parkinson's for about 6 years now with the diagnosis.
And when you're creating your art, what inspires you during that creative process?
I'm inspired by many things. I'm inspired by the beauty of the natural world, by places I visited, and most recently, I've been inspired by my dancing with Parkinson's classes and the community of dance instructors, as well as Maria from Ottawa School of Dance.
Oh, that's wonderful. And we were hoping that today you would read us your poem.
I'd like to dedicate the reading of my poem today to all those living with Parkinson's. And it's called Come Dance With Me and Dance We to the Stars. Dance me to the stars, where bright the light from a billion years illuminates my path, and all around me spin the jeweled gems of undiscovered galaxies, while melodic on awakening ears hum softly the music of the spheres. Tango me to the mountaintop, where high on the crest of the glacial white I twirl and fly, traversing down the windswept slopes, a trail of powder in my wake, a splash of sunlight on my face. Sing me to the canyon deep, where overhead wings effortlessly a soaring hawk, while rushing rapids far below cascade, break, foaming forward on my ride. Waltz me on the white-capped waves of ocean wide, where restless rolls the rhythmic tide which rocks me cradled, sheltered, safe, as in my mother's womb I lie. Come dance with me, join hands, and dance we to the stars, for there our kindred souls unite, dance songs of joy. Come dance with me. Take flight and dance we to the stars.
It's beautiful. Wow.
Thank you.
I felt like I was there on those waves. It was just beautiful. Thank you so much, Nancy.
Thank you. And that's my first attempt at writing poetry since diagnosis. It was just written 4 years ago, and it's what I call my pandemic poem.
Yeah.
It gave me lots of joy and rather surprised me when I completed it in just a few days.
Wow. That's fantastic, and certainly inspiring to those of us that might not think that we're creative, to know that maybe you could pick it up and be as fantastic as you are. So that leads me into my next question, is for those that maybe think they might want to try something new, but might be a little bit intimidated, what would your advice be to those folks?
I would encourage everyone to start slowly, keep it simple, and don't worry if you make a mistake. Just keep at it and just make the effort to try. Sometimes the best things or rewarding things can turn out to be mistakes. For example, the first photograph that I took was a blurred image, and I had great fun hand tinting it. And the end result was rather pleasing and satisfying to me. So mistakes can happen. Just keep at it and give it a try. And I must say, for example, if you'd like to try watercolor, which is another medium that I started since I developed Parkinson's disease, there are many tutorials on YouTube that would encourage you, and you can have a look at those.
That's great advice. And I think now more than ever, we're all very familiar with these online platforms and things like YouTube, thanks to the situation the past year or so. So that's wonderful advice, is to go take a look on YouTube and similar places for those tutorials and give it a try. Absolutely. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Nancy. I appreciate your time today, taking the time to read your beautiful poem and offering some advice to folks here with us today as well.
Thank you. It's good to be here.